What up, FYF squad? Welcome in. Happy Thursday. And it is a happy Thursday because our Clemson Tigers are playing in the Sweet 16, a twice a decade and a treat that we get as Clemson fans. It's usually football we're celebrating for. We got some people in the chat ready to celebrate with us today. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-host, John Luke, and Front Yard fan member, probably your favorite one, Maria is here with us today. What's up, Maria?
Hey.
That's a rare treat that we get to have you on the show.
Yeah.
But really, it's just Maria.
It was me in the Calvin Ridley helmet.
We got people
Maria
in the chat
is reporting to us that NFL helmets are much heavier than they appear.
Way heavier. I don't understand how they play with them.
I was just at an armor exhibit at a museum, and they were listing the weights of the armors, like underneath each like set of armor, and like just a helmet would weigh like 29 pounds. Can you imagine?
Damn.
And then you're wearing like 100 pounds of metal just running around. I told Leanne,
That's exactly what this feels like.
I told her I'm so grateful I didn't live in an era where like my value as a man was dependent on me putting that on and stabbing someone.
Physical prowess.
Right.
Dude, me too.
Every time I watch like an old war movie, I'm just like, man, I'm so soft.
And I'm so glad I'm so soft. We got people in the chat ready for today's show. Matt in here saying hi, everyone. What's up, Matt? Welcome in, my friend. Dame stopping by as well. Hello, FYF. We were just talking about you, Dame. We got Toronto Dave in here, our favorite Canadian. Don't tell Sully until he gets in here. Then I'll call him our favorite Canadian. We got Dustin in the chat. Hashtag Team Maria bailing on Joey today. Mm-hmm. Joey gets a couple teeth removed and Dustin doesn't love him anymore.
Yeah,
dang.
Little dental work.
And Joey said the surgeon told me make sure not to laugh. So I decided to tune in to watch JL and Simon. I guarantee he made himself laugh whenever I read that out loud.
No, absolutely. He's in pain right now. He's hurting.
He said, I'm regretting typing that because he's giggling to himself just for putting that in the chat.
I was watching, was it Killers of the Flower Moon? You know that movie? You heard it?
Heard of it.
You heard of it? So
yeah, I know what it's about.
I'm watching that movie last night, and there's a scene in it where Leo is trying to hit on this Native American woman, and he's just sitting there throwing lines at her and then giggling. And he's like, he's like, I don't know if you're spoken for.
Is that Joey?
And I'm like, oh my god, that's Joey.
It's like just throwing lines out there and laughing.
He just starts giggling, and then she just like whips back at him, and he just does totally unfazed, hits her with another line, and I'm like, oh my god, it's perfect.
The confidence to quip at that level is a rare trait, and Joey and Leo and Killers of the Flower Moon both have it. They're in the same reading group.
Nailed it.
Matt down here said Toronto Dave, you grab bag legend indeed. Hashtag grab bag, hashtag 500.
I dig the comment. Team Maria, count me in. That's a good
Maria,
one.
Count me in.
Well done.
That's some all-time low references there.
Well done.
Your following is growing. We haven't gotten a single person on my team or JL's team, but we'll see how the draft plays out today. For those of you just joining us, if you didn't look at the thumbnail or read the description or the tweet, you just showed up because you like us. What we are doing today is we are drafting our March Madness Celebrity Dream Team. So you're starting five with us being one of the starting five. So we're going to draft 4 players to come along with us. And we're trying to be that team in March. It doesn't necessarily have to be the team that wins the championship. JL did a great job of making this distinction before the show started. But you want to be that team. You want to be the one people remember. You want to be Dunk City. You want to be Florida Gulf Coast flying across the air.
Florida Gulf
Coast. The George
Coast.
Masons, the VCUs on that Final Four run where the whole country falls in love with them. That's the team you're trying to build out.
Chalk Kentucky team that wins. You want to be them. Whatever that team is that year, you want to be that team.
That guy. You want people to think back 10 years later and be like, ooh, you remember that Kemba Walker run? But instead of Kemba Walker, it's going to be like Scarlett Johansson or whichever celebrity you decide to put on your team. Before we get into that, though, a couple reminders. And there's been a lot going on around the league and around the world. So we're going to hit some news stories before we get into our draft. And if you guys like what we're doing here, you like playing games, you like me, you like Maria, you tolerate JL, hit that subscribe button. It is the easiest way to show your support for what we're doing over here. And the notification bell will make sure you never miss us going live. With that being said, do you guys mind if I kick us off on this news with a something like just a quote that I saw that I wanted to throw out there? It was when Steve Belichick, who is now the Washington Commanders defensive coordinator, was asked the main difference between him and his father, Bill. His response was, I have a job and he doesn't.
Dang.
Yes.
That's a great
He has
quote.
been waiting his whole 40-year life to just lay that line down.
I left out this part of the quote. I have a job and he doesn't. They always cut out 30 seconds of lizard noises at the beginning of every Steve Belichick quote.
Every single Steve Belichick. you know that he grew up in just a house of torment.
Speaking of a house of torment, we've got Toothless Joe Jackson in his own giggleless house.
I don't think you're supposed to be on camera so many hours after surgery.
I asked Jalen and Simon to what time I need to be here. They said 3. I'm a little late. Sorry, guys. They said you can't miss work today. Maria, good luck today. I saw you're on.
Thank you.
I'm on some wonderful pain medication that's not
Woo.
really working that well. So if I sent anyone out there a video today, my wife said I sent many videos from driving. Well, I wasn't driving, but you may have gotten a video from me. So, but everybody have a good day. I just wanted to say hi.
I didn't get a video. What does that mean?
Inboxes
Good,
for a
good.
video from Joey.
Baltimore's been through enough this week. You didn't get a video from me.
Damn, that's sad and accurate.
I'm going to check Twitter after this and just search hashtag Joey Wright to see all the different wisdom teeth videos that pop up throughout the.
I don't even know where I sent them.
Joey, thanks for popping by.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye, Joe Jackson.
Bye, Joe. But Joe, exactly what you said is what I thought. Like Steve has just been sitting in his dad's shadows forever, and now he's got a job and daddy doesn't.
I can't imagine Bill Belichick's a supportive father.
He's not around much.
Imagine he raised a supportive son.
I don't, and for some reason, I'm attributing qualities in Tom Brady to Bill Belichick as well, because I feel like there's a father-son relationship there. And there's that whole new thing about Tom Brady editing out Nick Foles' name from the Super Bowl call in his new documentary. Did you see that? There's a new Tom Brady documentary, and in the Super Bowl call, he edited out Nick Foles' name from the broadcast call in his own documentary.
Tom Brady was actually sitting there.
He was the video editor. He hand edited the entire documentary, Jay. That's why he
Man, I
retired.
believe that for a second.
I just imagine he got a call like, yeah, Tom, we got a Nick Foles verbalization on this broadcast. What do you want us to do with it? Tom's like, cut it. Cut the fuck out of it.
Nick Foles.
Yeah.
We're out of here. We got Maria in the chat. Said, hello, FYFers. Hi, Calvin Maria Ridley.
Oh, what up, scampers?
Hey, scampers.
And Matt said, this sounds like the 30-year anniversary of David After Dentist. Joey did give up those vibes a little bit.
Absolutely.
I was just at the dentist, and they're telling me I might have to get my wisdom teeth out. And I was like, are wisdom teeth videos still cool?
No.
But
we're going to make it anyway.
One of my sister's good friends in high school went viral after she got her wisdom teeth off and was on the news in Auburn. If you remember the videos, the girl just ranting about Aubie the tiger and how much she loves Aubie, and got to go on the local news in Auburn, Alabama. Look it up. It's like a Auburn fan on medication. It was post wisdom teeth surgery. It's
That's funny.
Awesome. That's all I got on Steve Belichick.
I don't have Steve Belichick news. I have an NFL rumor news that the Chiefs are signing a rugby player from Wales, I think, which I thought was pretty cool. It says either or, running back or wide receiver. They don't know.
Well, I think I saw that too. There's like a international pathways program that helps bring athletes from other countries that wouldn't have exposure to the NFL into the United States to play professionally. I didn't realize it was with the Chiefs though. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, he said he's kind of like always dreamed of it. So he's like ditching his
rugby then.
I don't know, because maybe it wasn't a path. He said this is a pathway in. Like now he can get it in. So he's a rugby star now turned maybe running back, wide receiver.
Have either of you seen rugby in person?
I was gonna say now John Luke's into rugby.
Rugby is
a pretty brutal game. Like I felt like up until I saw it live, I was like, it's fine. It's just like football. Like
any sport where ear getting ripped off is a semi-common injury is a badass sport. Know what I mean? Like that. And it's not even like you're fighting. Know what I mean? It's not like you're fighting someone and that's a con.
Not like
It's just
Mike Tyson biting your ear off.
it's just tough
gets
as
ripped
nails.
off.
Yeah, it's just like a regular season game. You might lose your ear.
Yeah,
Every
that's
time
wild.
I watch it, I'm not quite sure what's going on and if what's happening is good or bad. But by the time something very good is happening, I'm fully aware. And so I always get to celebrate. Know what I mean? In the beginning, I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Ah! That's me watching every rugby highlight on TikTok as it comes across.
I'm excited. We're going to go to John Luke's nephew's game, like what, in a couple weeks?
Yeah,
That'll be my first rugby game.
I'm curious to
pretty
hear your experience with it, because after I saw it live for the first time and hearing just bones hit bones, I was like, all right, respect to all the rugby players out there.
Also, Matt coming in with the rugby player's name, Christian Wade, and Dustin saying, dude, I've been talking about him for a while. Dude is electric. So he's got a name out there, apparently. Some people
Oh,
are
I have
in
a
on Christian
different
Wade.
name.
You have a different
I
name?
have, yeah, Louis Rees-Zammit.
Louis,
Did you say Louis
Zammit?
Louis?
No. I was trying to correct myself.
Oh. I was like, his parents did
That's a
not
cool
name him
name.
Louis Louis.
Kind of a cool name.
But I did see in this thing that there's like like you said, Tommy, like there's multiple people. Like this is not just him. There's like this is a pathway,
Yeah,
That's a cool
wild.
program they got set up.
I could see some rugby players being successful
right?
in the NFL.
Make the NFL a little meaner, but like real mean, not like fake mean. Know what I mean? They're coming in.
Yeah,
and-
like
Yeah, I'd be a little scared.
all NFL players are just fake mean, is what you're saying, right?
well, they're not going to tweet about ripping your ear off. They'll just rip your ear off.
Do
is what I'm
they
saying.
use helmets in rugby?
No.
So this guy's not even used to wearing a helmet.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
he'll
now he's
suck.
screwed.
It's
It's too
way
heavy.
down.
He's got to wear
Oh,
a costume.
He'll never be as fast in all that
What
armor.
country is he from?
I don't know.
Europe, all European countries have Italian accents, I'm pretty sure, including the
Yeah.
one my dad's
They're
from.
all-
Andrew in here saying should be a Jeopardy game with fans as contestants. Would be fun. We should do some fans try to take on the FYF squad shows this off season if people want to come on and try
Random
to take them
trivia
down.
or football trivia?
Class
Probably football.
FYF is a little bit of both.
I was
What
gonna
is it
say,
about?
let's have some what are the random categories called? Grab bags.
Grab bag.
Oh yeah, just all grab.
Yeah,
bags.
grab
Every
bags.
category's grab bag.
I know it's been talked about at end here, but I saw a different perspective on the hip drop tackle from a player that I wanted to bring up. So for those of you who weren't aware, the hip drop tackle was recently banned by the NFL Rules Committee. That's going to be going into effect next year. There's a lot of, I think the primary complaint is that it's another subjective thing that can be called by referees. That's what the biggest detraction I've seen from it is. But Kenyon Drake came out today with a tweet and said, I don't care about the popular opinion. I lost my right ankle in a quarter of the 21 season to this type of tackle. Something had to give, and I'm glad it's not anybody's legs or ankles anymore. So, like, we can talk crap about this as much as we want, but here's a player who had part of his season, career, and livelihood affected by this kind of tackle saying, like, hey, you guys can be pissy. Maybe it's going to cause some mistakes, but that's worth it to stop these kinds of injuries that I had from this kind of play.
The biggest detractor you're saying is people are upset that it is subjective.
It'll be the I think the complaint is like
subjective.
exactly like roughing the passer right now is very subjective, and that's probably the most common complaint in officiating right now is the bogus, quote unquote. This isn't me calling them bogus, but like the roughing the passer calls that people think shouldn't be, or like the putting your body weight on the quarterback and something where the ref has to make a judgment call. And so I think people are worried that this adds to that.
Yeah, that is. I can understand both sides of that perspective, and I imagine the defensive players have the perspective that they don't want another rule to think about how they have to tackle, because that's been a common gripe that they have. And with all of these, you have to consider the perspectives of the players, right? You brought up the running back who had the opinion against the tackle. I'd be curious to hear what the defensive players have to say about the tackle.
We want to break legs.
Yeah,
they're against it. You're 100% right in thinking about that, JL. Like I've seen endless quotes from defensive players saying this is ridiculous. You don't want us to be able to tackle. This is taking away the ability for us to even like make a play in the game. So I think you're right. The defensive players are upset, but this is the first player I feel like I've seen speak out in favor of.
Yeah.
When it shatters your leg, it's personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
similar to like the quarterback. Who was the main quarterback who was complaining years ago about this? The passing, Aaron Rodgers. I remember he got very upset because he got hit. He took a couple hard hits, and that's when they started to introduce those rules. I personally think that the roughing the passer penalty is one of those where like I don't feel like it always actually helps the game. I don't think that it always needs to be called when it is called currently. But I understand the need to protect the players. So it's a tough debate.
I think if I could just make one rule that would change a lot of this is to make more of these subjective plays reviewable and have a protocol in play for if it is an incorrect call. Maybe it's a replay of down or something along those lines, but just allow more mistakes to be corrected from the official's perspective. And then we can make more of these player safety type calls, I feel like. But then we're going to get a super long ass game potentially, and it's already crazy long.
They should just ask us for help. I don't know why they don't.
Come on. You guys want one more silly quote from the NFL before we start drafting?
Yeah.
Love silly quotes.
Sean McDermott was asked about the Bills needing to continue adding weapons for Josh Allen, and this was his verbatim response. It's like wearing corduroys. Every couple years, it's like, are corduroys in or are they not? And so actually, you should be wearing them when they're not in to really be ahead of the curve, right?
Right.
Yeah, what do you think that means for the wide receiver core for Josh Allen this year?
If the Bills come out in an all corduroy uniform,
yo,
I might become a Bills fan. I might just completely want.
And you are an absolute no on the Bills.
I hate the Bills.
Yo, I'm living that take. I hadn't even considered straight corduroy.
Jerseys too,
Socks
and pants.
With what's that word that starts with an E and it means it's on top of the clothes?
Embroidered.
Wow.
Like an embroidered bill on there. Thank you so much, Jill. You were in my brain and you got there.
See, when I think corduroy, I think of the little bear story, and he has the green overall corduroys. That's what I want them to wear. Yeah.
Corduroy
well, they can do their own color.
In right now. That sounds like some sweaty balls, Mr. Scampers. I'm going to be honest. And Matt agreeing with us said, are they? Sounds swampy. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's San Antonio appropriate corduroy.
Or Dame.
It sounds
scampy. Well, guys, are you ready to get into our celeb March Madness dream team or anything else you wanted to hit before we started drafting?
I got one more news story.
Let's hear it.
Daryl Patterson signed a 2-year contract, $6 million deal to the Steelers.
Okay. I'm fine with that. That's a little surprising,
right? I would not have thought a team would be willing to give him a 2-year deal.
They must have a plan.
Steelers.
Know what I mean? Like they must have I bet it's a like kick return specialist type plan. I bet they have a specific role.
He's like, don't you put me back in that box.
I know, but why else would they sign him to a 2-year deal? He's like 40. They can't keep signing this guy to like take 150 carries. I don't think he can do it again. I don't know.
Tomlin, I think Tomlin has pretty good reasoning for the decisions that he makes. And I think you're probably right, Simon. He's probably got a spot for him, some strategy he's planning to deploy here with Cordero Patterson. But I'm shocked. Are you doing anything? Are you taking a shot on him in fantasy? Maybe like real late?
No, one of those late round. I think we're already going to get a discount on Najee Harris and Jalen Warren next year. And whichever one of those guys is going later is probably the Steelers running back that I'm going to grab. Because for the first time in however long I can remember, we saw Tomlin utilize multiple running backs. So people are going to discount him for that. The Steelers were very bad, like offensively, the worst they've been again in my recent memory. So that's
they have Mason Rudolph. Explain that to me.
It's gonna be brutal draft wise for those backs. So I think you can just get a deal. Patterson, maybe best ball, like late round if you can grab him in case one of those guys goes down.
That's a good call out. Yeah, but he might be perfect for best ball.
Dude, you get a week or two out of him, you know he can do it. All right. Well, guys, I am pulling up this draft board. For those of you that were not here whenever we said what we were doing, it is March Madness. Clemson is playing tonight. And in honor of the March Madness tournament, we are making our celeb March Madness dream teams. So we got the team captains up at the top. Maria is a team captain. Jean-Luc is a team captain, and I am a team captain. We're going to be picking 4 teammates to play along with us to create that team in March that makes some noise in the tournament and captures the hearts of America, the hearts of fans everywhere, the hearts of the college basketball nation will be behind this team that you create if you do your job properly. The chat has already said they're behind Maria on this one. So, Maria, you got to make sure you live up to these chat's expectations in this draft.
I'm going to try.
And chat, we need to hear your favorite, who you would be drafting on your March Madness celebrity dream team.
Throw them in the chat. Maria, you have the first pick here. We randomized it before. The 101 in the March Madness.
That's a lot of pressure.
Who are you taking with this first overall pick?
I have several I want to pick from first. Okay. I'm going to go Margot Robbie. Barbie herself.
Margot Robbie.
Basketball Barbie.
Oh, my God. She just has to change her outfit, and all of a sudden, she's good at sports.
Yep. She's
now,
my number one.
What if somebody sabotages her by giving her beach Barbie clothes before the game?
No, Barbie cannot be defeated.
You're right. What was I thinking? Who's going to do it? Ken? He can't outsmart her. Also, I see BDGE in here saying Jackie Chan is the 101 in this March Madness.
Jackie Chan's not bad.
And
I
Matt
like my better.
Jimmer Fredette. I don't think you can just pick a college basketball player as your celebrity, but I guess you could.
No, it's not rules.
We
had this discussion beforehand.
My pick is Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan and LeBron James and peak Magic.
You joke, but Jean-Luc wanted to draft Michael Jordan.
I wanted, yeah.
And I said that's not.
And Matt said,
no, we already said you can't.
Matt said, I clearly don't understand what's happening in this draft with Margot Robbie as the first overall pick. I'm supporting the pick, Maria.
It's pretty clear.
Oh my God, Mr.
Campers, you're so smart.
That's a good choice.
Jean-Luc, you're on the clock. Maria started off strong with Margot Robbie on her team. Who are you picking here?
All right, I gotta go with my. I don't know if there is a consensus 101 in this draft. There's so many options, but I'm gonna go with Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow. Mr. Light Mike himself.
That's a good pick.
I don't know why I didn't even consider that. That movie was instrumental in my childhood.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of that song, JL, the Aaron Carter one.
Playing basketball.
JL, not only do you have a baller with Bow Wow on your team, he's hyping that team up. Know what I mean? You saw him in that movie. You've got someone that's the heart right there. Who's not fallen in love with Bow Wow as like the lead player on your team as the superstar? God.
And I'm pretty sure he's aged well, so good.
Have you seen him currently?
No.
Mr. Scampers wants to know Lil or standard Bow Wow?
Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah, he's a point guard. And Dustin said, Maria, just don't make stupid picks like Simon and JL, and you will
Whoops.
win. I like your first pick. We got Margot Robbie and Bow Wow as the first 2 picks, and I'm taking what was going to be my first overall pick, the king of pickup basketball. He just looks like he lives at a YMCA basketball court. Adam Sandler is my first overall pick.
Dude, I saw TikTok the other day. It's this guy in New York, and he's like, I'm just at my Y. And he's like, and Adam Sandler's playing. And he like switches the camera to show people playing. It's like this guy in a Hawaiian shirt and sweatpants, whatever. And then he like zooms in and you're like, no, it's fucking Adam Sandler.
In sweats in a Hawaiian?
And like a Hawaiian or something. And you're like, no, I just thought it was a guy who looked like him. Nope, he's just at the Y.
Yo, he's always rocking fits like that too. Like every time you see him, he's wearing something that you're like, no way Adam Sandler would be wearing that. But he is every time. And then he makes you look like a fool on the court.
Definitely recommended. Good basketball Adam Sandler movie.
Which one?
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. I have not seen that yet. Dustin said Lil Bow Wow is only an inch taller than Margot Robbie. So people hating on the Margot Robbie pick, they're in the same range. And Matt wants to know, is Margot Robbie good at basketball? Did you not hear Maria's explanation? Basketball Barbie.
Basketball Barbie. She can do anything. She's Barbie.
Oof. This next pick is tough for me, but I'm going to go with 4-time Celebrity All-Star Game MVP, a man who tied Draymond Green in an impromptu three-point shooting contest and one of the funniest men alive right now, Kevin Hart. Welcome to the squad.
I thought he might make an appearance here.
I was. Go ahead, Simon.
I was just going to say, like, I need someone. Adam Sandler is hateable. Like, let's be real. He's on the court. He's not making friends out there. Kevin Hart, even when he's yelling at you and spewing insults, you're in love with him. I've never watched something
Kevin
with
Hart's
him where I
really not
wasn't
paying
just like
attention.
giggling. He's good at basketball, though. Like, he's legitimately a 4-time MVP in the Celebrity All-Star Game. I might need to address the height issue on my team in these next 2 rounds, though.
How tall is Adam Sandler? Not
He doesn't
tallest.
strike me as tall, but I don't know.
No,
Is he
he gives off short vibes a little bit.
5'10".
5'10".
That's not bad. All right.
So me and Adam Sandler are carrying the height on the team right now at a solid 5'10". And
Your team's going to be the most fun to play against. That's
For sure.
oh, I didn't realize how little Kevin Hart was. You guys know how tall he is? 5'2".
He's 5'2"?
5'2" for Kevin Hart.
Dang.
And Matt said Kevin Hart is several inches shorter than Margot Robbie.
Yeah, no more hate on the Margot Robbie pick.
Dustin said Simon has already won this draft. We'll see. We got a lot of picks left. Jail, you are back on the clock. I've got Adam Sandler and Kevin Hart. You've got Bow Wow so far. Where are you going?
Can I pick 4, John Luke?
Did he run away? We can stall
Yeah.
while he's gone until we get him back.
No,
over
I
there.
think he really wants I'll let you pick.
He wants Kirk Cousins, probably.
Kirk Cousins, yeah. Greek Kirk. Oh, man. All right. My next pick. I was going to maybe go Kevin Hart, but I think I took him for the snowball battle a couple months ago. So I can't double up Kevin Hart. Simon took him anyway, so it doesn't even matter. My second pick, started out with Lil Bow Wow. I'm going to go with the GOAT, Michael B. Jordan.
Classic.
Make the
He's
B
gotta
really
be good at
little.
basketball. The way he looks, yeah, there's no way he's bad at basketball. I would bet my entire life savings on that.
In
Just
the team
going based on
program,
looks?
just put the B really, really little in the program. That way, like it just says Michael Jordan.
Oh my God, Jordan's on this team.
Michael Jordan's
Go
on
see
that team.
More people might come to see Michael B. Jordan.
at this point. Maybe.
Yeah.
Andrew's got a pick for us down. He said under the radar pick, Dennis Haysbert. Older, yes. But as Pedro Serrano in Major League, he couldn't hit the curveball. We've got, oh man, these teams are shaping up so far. We've got Bow Wow and Michael B. Jordan, Adam Sandler and Kevin Hart. And Maria, you are on the turn now with 2 picks. Who are
Okay.
you going to be taking here?
All right. This was the first one that came to mind, and I don't know why when we said we were doing this. I think his name is it Craig Robinson from The Office?
From The Office?
Yeah.
No.
He played Daryl. What's his
Yep.
name?
Craig Robinson.
Yeah, him. Okay, so we saw him in The Office in the basketball episode. Played very well. B, you see him in all those Pizza Hut commercials? We're going to have Pizza Hut when the game is done.
Hey,
So I've got him for 2 reasons.
It's pretty good.
man.
He
And
once came to Clemson. I think he did like a show randomly in Clemson, and he just passed out downtown.
Dang.
you said he just passed out downtown?
Just passed out at a bar.
He probably
downtown.
found some Pizza Hut.
Nice. It's a classic move. Craig Robinson and Chad Kelly just passing out downtown Clemson. Maria,
All right,
who's your
and then-
next pick joining Margot and Craig?
Margo, I got quite the team. I'm going to go with Lil Dicky
Lil Dicky.
because he's supposed to be very good at basketball.
According to
And
him.
he's also like, I feel like it says him.
He says he's good.
I saw an interview. Yeah. I saw an interview and they talked about playing basketball and supposedly he was really good. So I'm going to take him. He'd also be fun. He'd bring a lot of energy. So I'm going to go with Lil Dicky.
You're telling me Lil Dicky's not the best trash talker on the court? I think he outdoes
he's
Kevin
gotta
Hart.
be.
I truly believe he outdoes Kevin Hart as the
Oh.
best trash talker out there and just runs away.
That
with
would
it.
be quite the fun, I think, is listening to Kevin Hart and Lil Dicky.
Yeah, we got to make sure there's a matchup between Maria's team and my team.
Oh,
John
I see
Luke.
Matt said, Craig, brother of David Robinson, strong basketball genetics. Is that true?
I have no
Maybe
idea.
it's in his blood.
Let's 100% say that's true.
There's
Without
a
a
nice
doubt.
shot
True.
of us as a window.
Oh, Matt said no. Matt, thanks for
Damn.
fact checking your own facts. We appreciate
I
that.
appreciate that.
I'm going through my list right now, trying to decide how I shape this team out, and I'm having a lot of trouble here. There's so many different options, but luckily John Luke has to go before I have to go with his next pick. Picking someone to join Bow Wow and Michael B. Jordan.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. Bow Wow, Michael B. Jordan. My third one. Let's go Elon Musk.
What?
Jail, I need an explanation on why Elon Musk is on your team.
That was a joke pick.
CEO, entrepreneur, Elon Musk. He is the third piece to this team. He's going to.
Your team is going down.
Listen, Lil Bow Wow, he's the passion. Michael B. Jordan, he's the talent. Elon Musk, he's the brains.
He's the NIL money.
Dang.
And then me, I'm there. I'm the guy that brought them all together.
Maybe you can fund a corduroy outfit for you.
And Joe, you're the Cavs, is what you are on that team.
I'm the Cavs. I'm the Cavs of the team.
The CALVES, not the CAVS, like the other basketball team. Dustin said, "Who the F is Lil Dicky? Rapper. You should look him up. You should look him up and listen to his music and watch Dave on Hulu.
Called Dave.
Both worth it.
It took a second for me to get into, and then I was like, wow, this guy's a genius.
Ooh, it is my pick, and I don't know where I want to go next. I feel like I need some height. Like, I feel like I need height. I'm the tallest person on my team currently. With Adam Sandler. Me and him sitting at 5'10", Kevin Hart at 5'2". We need someone who's going to be able to threaten in the paint. I'm taking Brad Garrett. The player, he played Robert, and everybody loves Raymond. He is 6'8". I don't think there are many people that are guarding him, and then that low baritone, he'll say,
did you just go into your brain and think of who's the tallest person I've heard of?
I'm open. And so Brad Garrett is joining the team. And Maria, that is exactly what I did. I said, what celebrities are big? And I was like, oh, that guy was massive.
He really was tall. Or is. I'm sure he's not dead.
No, I think he's still alive.
I saw him on commercial recently.
I hope he's still alive. Otherwise, he would be really bad at basketball.
He'd be the worst at basketball.
Wait, the first
headline.
The first headline that came up for him, Maria, when I typed in his name was "Not Dead Yet." Brad Garrett joined season 2 of ABC Comedy.
That's funny.
Oh, they got to bring back Everyone Loves Raymond.
Wait.
Round 2.
Dustin says, is Lil Dicky actually funny or not really funny like Bo Burnham? How is Bo Burnham not funny?
You must be new to Dustin's rage bait in the chat. He put something down there just to try to get us to react.
Yeah, well, it worked.
But he is actually funny, just like Bo Burnham. They got a different style of comedy. They got a different style of comedy. And you almost spoiled my last pick there. I was so close to adding Bo Burnham to this squad.
Is it?
I was so close. He's 6'5". He's a big dude, but I think he might be too sad to do well in a basketball game. I'm not sure he has the motivation to go out there and play basketball because I don't even know if he likes it very much.
But if he was with Adam Sandler, Kevin Hart, and Brad Garrett,
I feel like Bo Burnham's the kind of guy that might resent the fact that people ask him if he plays basketball because he's tall. And so, like, he might have resentment towards basketball just because of that, in the same way that he doesn't like when people don't like the word moist.
I bet you he does. Because if he's that tall and he didn't play basketball, he probably sucks at basketball.
You're right.
Probably.
You're right.
Or he just avoided it his whole life because of that. He knew. No, well, just because of his height. He just wanted to mess with people.
He's secretly very good at
basketball. Like maybe he's really good, but he'll never show that talent. Because people annoy him.
That's fair.
I think I need some style on my team with this last pick. So it's not going to be a Bo Burnham. We need a little bit more height, but Brad Garrett is not style. There's nothing flashy. He's not going to be making the headlines. He's not wearing the sick outfits down the tunnel, right? I almost said down the runway, which would have given it away immediately.
Down the runway.
I am taking 6'4" RuPaul as the last player on my team. Those
RuPaul.
pregame outfits that Ru is going to be wearing walking down the tunnel are going to be beyond sick. Like, people are going to be obsessed with the March Madness fits that he's got on.
Really like that. That's a good pick, Simon.
And we got some height at the end with Brad Garrett and RuPaul dishing the ball out to Kevin Hart and Adam Sandler. And I'm just so happy to be there, really.
Also, I wouldn't want to defend RuPaul. Like, whoever you put up against, I feel he's just going to get ruined.
Yeah, Ru is also fierce.
Just wrecked by, he's just all of a sudden picking away at your uniform. And you don't want to play anymore. You just go to the bench after that.
Yeah. It starts making me question my calves.
Matt said, Simon, you just drafted 2 63-year-olds for a college basketball tournament. Perfect.
Wisdom.
Solid.
Wisdom, Matt. Comes with age.
John Luke, it is your last pick in this bracket. Who are you taking here?
Oh my God. I was between a couple picks. Need my notebook.
Oh my gosh.
He's got to run off to get his notebook.
Got them. Oh yeah, now I remember. How am I gonna pick?
That's how we got Elon Musk. He didn't have his notebook.
Yeah,
That's how we got Elon.
He's like, Jeffrey Bezos. He just keeps drafting CEOs.
When I walk up to the bar and I don't know my drink, I'm like, I'll take a Bill Gates. All right, my last pick. He's got to compliment Bow Wow, Michael B. Jordan, Elon Musk, and myself somehow.
Of course. It's so obvious what's missing.
So I'm going to go with Hugh Jackman.
Ooh.
The Australian Wonder Kid.
Hugh Jackman's not a bad pick.
He's going to be singing throughout the whole game. It's going to really just...
But also talked about ripped. Like Michael B. Jordan and him.
Wolverine?
For real, though.
Can he use his Wolverine stuff?
No.
Also, JL, did you know that he played rugby in high school?
Oh, that fits, but I didn't know that.
Hugh Jackman, he was a rugby player is what it says. It says rugby and association
cricket. Are you trying to
cricket.
say that a man who does Broadway can't play rugby?
I'm saying everything I know about Hugh Jackman, put that in a rugby setting.
I can see it.
How? Is he everything?
He's a beat. Yes.
Is he the entire package?
He is.
It's not fair. Some people literally just get to be like attractive, good at singing, good at sports, handsome, charming,
intimidating,
rich, cute.
Yeah, that's all Hugh Jackman. That was a really good pick.
I like that pick. He's low-key tough as nails and has some star power for your team as well. Maria,
I'm thinking
Margot
also
Robbie.
if there's a I was just gonna say there's a halftime show.
You're winning.
This is a great crew.
Yeah.
Like, not only do they have to play, they have to perform.
They're the ragtag crew that nobody expects to win, but then pulls it out. Maria might be.
Well, I'm just saying any of our teams though. We could have some good performances. All right. For my last pick.
Matt, while you're thinking, Matt brought up a good point here. He says his Wolverine stuff would just deflate the basketball almost instantly.
Accurate.
Because his Wolverine stuff is made of a dandemim.
What was that?
Which is a great point.
Jail, I believe it's Abadabatum.
Adamantium. Yeah.
Abadabadum.
So maybe that wasn't a good pick.
Maria,
no Wolverine stuff.
Who's closing out your squad with Lil Dicky?
I'm gonna go with.
Robinson. This is the most unexpected team. I feel like not a single one of these people was on my list, but it's coming together so beautiful. Like I can feel the vibes from this team, like in the room with me.
Well, this is like the bow on the top. I'm gonna go with Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. I feel like he plays.
He would bring so much joy to the team, but also I think he could pull out some skills and. I think with him, we're going to win it.
He definitely played on some basketball rec leagues.
Absolutely.
No, he without
and if
a doubt.
I could have him as Andy, like if he could be a character too, like if Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, then like Chris Pratt is Andy. Not even Guardians of the Galaxy, just Andy from Parks and Rec.
Slightly overweight. Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I feel like Chris Pratt has that that like underrated competitiveness in him where you don't see it till he's down 4 with 2 minutes left. And then all of a sudden, like
he's covered in sweat.
exactly. You look at him and there's not an ounce of goofy in that man. He's done with the goof. Chris Pratt, Lil Dicky, Craig Robinson, Margot Robbie, and Maria is one squad. JL is bringing Bow Wow, Michael B. Jordan, Elon Musk, and Hugh Jackman to the tournament. And then Simon, that's me, has Adam Sandler, Kevin Hart, Brad Garrett, and RuPaul on a basketball team as well. Huh, yeah,
we need more women. We only have Margot Robbie.
And you.
One drafted immediately.
Yeah.
I had Sarah Silverman on my list. I know she plays pickup basketball, and I feel like she would have been a good trash talker.
Yeah.
But after taking Adam Sandler and Kevin Hart to start, I feel like I've got the comedian angle covered. I needed to go like a different way.
I really like imagining different celebrities in like the pickup basketball context.
Yeah.
It's just very funny. Sarah Silverman playing pickup basketball.
I would love to play pickup basketball with Adam Sandler.
Playing pickup basketball.
What about another name on my list was Blake Shelton. He's 6'5". Like I feel like he would be nasty in basketball.
He would be clumsy as heck.
I feel like he's just a wrecking ball. The ugliest layups you've ever seen, but they all go in.
He's fouling everybody.
Did you guys have any other names?
Then he passes to Brad Garrett and swoosh.
Boom. Well, Brad Garrett is just sticking his hand in the hoop every time.
That's true. He just reaches.
Standing around. I had J. Cole on there. I had Obama, Dan Campbell.
Oh, nobody drafted Obama.
Idris Elba.
I had Arn Duncan, Obama's. We could
maybe High School Musical experience.
It surely would have applied, don't you think?
Yeah, I could see that.
Arn Duncan was Obama's former Secretary of Education who dropped 20 points in the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game out of nowhere. No one saw him coming. Dang. He was on my list.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Joe?
Who invited him to the celebrity game?
I think he probably just reached out or like was like, "Yo, Obama, you got to get me in there."
I really want to be in there. I'm pretty nice with it.
I found a quote from 2 Chainz high school basketball coach that almost made me draft him. He said he was very deceptive and kind of had a unique style because all you really saw was arms and legs. And that's the quote about 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz, and you just see arms and legs flailing everywhere on the court.
That was kind of like sounded like it was trying to be a compliment, but there was really nothing behind it.
He did add on the end like Reggie Miller. So like he I think noticed that it didn't sound like a compliment and added an NBA player to make it sound better at the end, but funny quote. Those were on my list. Then I Machine Gun Kelly, just because I've seen him dominate a basketball court. But I didn't want his vibes on my team, so I didn't draft him.
No. Draft Megan Fox over him.
I would take Megan Fox over Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Is that a question?
Matt said 2 Victor Wembanyama chains. Yeah, I did hear that was his middle name. Them long, lanky arms, 8.5-foot wingspan. Guys, we'll put these up on Twitter for you guys to vote on. I'm curious which one of these will come out on top.
Simon, yours is very good.
A little old. Once that was pointed out and I read through it.
It's a little old, and that's okay.
Like, I think Kevin Hart's the next youngest person on my team after me.
42,
and
43.
He's 44.
No, he's like 46.
44 years old.
Adam
Sandler's 57.
Okay.
Yikes. So we got 29, 44, 57, 63, and 63 is the age of my team.
Oh my
That
God.
makes the Sandler story so much funnier. Then
Yeah.
He's sweats in a Hawaiian, just balling out. 57-year-old.
Makes him so cool.
Adam Sandler's like the only celebrity you can Google where every photo of him is in clothes that don't fit.
Oh yeah.
If you just Google Adam Sandler and click images, there's not a single picture of him in a shirt that's the right size. Not
And
one.
he'll go to like red carpet things. Like he doesn't give a
no.
rack.
I love him.
Like, and that's what I kind of like about him.
There you go.
Dustin down here saying he does not find Bo Burnham that funny. Well, you got to go try again, my friend.
Dustin, these are the worst takes I've ever seen you have. What is happening?
Dustin and I have had some DMs on Discord about stand-up comedians, and we know we got some different takes, but
Bert and Matt Rife are
bold.
his.
Spicy as Matt takes right there. Bert, I will say, makes me giggle from time to time. When he comes up, I get a good laugh out of Bert.
He's the guy who just comes out with his belly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like no
He
shirt.
tells
Yeah.
the machine story. Maria, before we go today, I did want to ask you a question, specifically as a Giants fan, and it's more a vibes question than a anything else. So we know the rumors around Dak Prescott right now are that the Cowboys are willing to let him walk next season. And when you look around the league at quarterback needy teams going into next year, a couple names jump off the page. The Steelers are one, right?
They've got the Giants.
They've got $95 million in cap space, but the other one, your New York Giants, are another name that is very popular for a franchise quarterback landing spot who may have the cap space to do something like that next offseason. Would you be for or against the Giants giving Dak Prescott Kirk Cousins just got like $45 million a year. We're probably talking like a $50 million a year type of deal for Dak Prescott.
It feels yucky, Simon, is what I'll say. It feels very yucky.
It's got to feel yucky. That's your rival's quarterback.
It's possible. I could see it. The Giants need a lot of help, and I can admit that. Yeah. I'll be okay. I won't like it. I'll be okay.
That tends to.
It's definitely an upgrade over.
Daniel Jones needs some help.
Just talent alone.
Yeah.
Separate from the stink from the Cowboys.
It's a very big stink.
Big stink.
Like it's a big cloud that you'd have to get rid of. But maybe it could be one of those Zach Aaron relationships where like he could teach him kind of thing. I don't know.
Could teach Daniel Jones.
Maybe.
That'd be wild.
Dak has a lot of years of experience. And maybe he could do something with Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones has years of experience.
He does. I don't know if there's anything teachable there, but maybe.
Man, I'm thinking similarly to you, Maria, where like my instant reaction is it is an upgrade over Daniel Jones, but is Dak Prescott worth top 5 quarterback money? Because that's probably what you would have to give.
That's a lot of money.
Like, is the upgrade at QB worth top 5 quarterback money? And I don't know if Dak is. It reminds me of like Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins gets paid big bucks. Like we just talked about that in Atlanta. Dak is Dak in a closer tier to Kirk Cousins or to Justin Herbert? And I think that's the conversation.
Right.
You're right. And that's where the ambiguity is, because Kirk Cousins, we know where the talent is. It's not a question of is it talent or is it situation. With Dak, it's definitely less clear. Like at times he's in this top quarterback.
Yeah.
And other times he's got a broken leg.
Well, how many more years does Daniel Jones have?
They just signed him to an extension, but I believe they have an out coming up after this season, if I'm not mistaken. And that's why they're connected to the Dak Prescott rumors.
That makes sense.
But I'm really just having fun with the idea that Dak Prescott could go straight to maybe the most vitriol-filled, hated rival in the NFL. Like that division is so full of hatred that a quarterback,
yes, it is.
A franchise quarterback going to a division rival just makes for, I want that in the script next year so bad.
I don't know what would be worse, an Eagles quarterback or Cowboys, but I'm going to say Cowboys might be a little bit worse. I wouldn't want to if I was him.
You'd probably get over it faster if Jalen Hurts was your quarterback, even though he was on the Eagles. That'd probably be a little easier to get over.
Yeah, it makes the sting a little bit less.
I don't even think Jalen Hurts and Dak are that different in terms of talent. It's just what they can do in certain situations. Really
right.
Dak's a far better passer in general.
Yeah.
Well, the Giants just need something better.
Yeah.
Maybe they need 3 Daniel Jones.
Sorry, guys, Daniel. Love you.
Daniel ain't the guy. Matt made it official. DJ. I apologize, but you're very cute. And you have a great little smile that makes people like you. So keep doing that, Daniel Jones. And that was the most condescending thing I've ever said about an NFL player on air. I hope no one ever watches that named Daniel Jones. Guys.
I hope no one ever watches this episode.
Guys, that's going to be it for us today. John, Luke, Maria, any parting words before we leave to go watch Clemson beat Arizona in the Sweet 16?
Go Tigers.
Tigers, baby.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and drafting with us. We'll throw these teams up on Twitter. Go enjoy your March Madness. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see y'all next week. Have a good one.
Love you, Chad.